2.5 hours from now, suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton set to walk into a Houston courtroom facing criminal charges from 8 years ago that may finally now be going to trial.
Now, this is separate from impeachment trial happenings in Austin next month, but legal experts say the outcome of one is likely to affect the other. WFAA senior political reporter Jason Whiteley joins us live from Houston this morning. Hi, Jason.
Hey, good morning, Kara. You know, right now the hearing this morning in Houston is expected to be short when it happens about 9 a.m. It's supposed to only last 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes at most, we are told. But the big difference here, Ken Paxton will appear in person here in Harris County in a courtroom on the 17th floor. And the real significance here, the reason we're in Houston, the reason this is making headlines this Thursday morning is that Paxton might finally stand trial now on these 2015 criminal charges that have been languishing for 8 years now. The charges, as you may remember, going back to 2015, these are for securities fraud, and they are felonies, meaning if convicted, Paxton could face prison time. Simply put, Paxton is accused of trying to get people to invest in a McKinney-based tech company without telling those investors that he was being paid to promote its stock. Well, this morning's hearing is to set guidelines for the trial in this criminal case. Keep in mind, as you mentioned, Paxton faces an impeachment trial in Austin next month. That's a political trial where senators will decide whether to remove him from office over charges of corruption. Still, though, one legal expert tells us this morning that the outcome of the impeachment trial in Austin could determine what happens in this criminal case here in Houston. Here's how.
If for some reason he's no longer in office and his political aspirations are done, the case could be pled then, because as long as you've got that much to lose, you're removable. But if you've lost those things, then at that point, you could be considered, okay, I've gotten this behind me. What can I do to get this behind me too? Because I don't have the political future that I once had.
In other words, if senators throw Paxton out of office in the impeachment trial, Aaron Wiley there says Paxton might be more likely to take a plea bargain in this case. That is just one legal scenario that could play out, he said. Paxton, of course, maintains his innocence in both of these cases, but still faces a world of political and legal problems right now. His future, of course, likely to be determined over the next few months. Mark and Kara, back to you.
Yeah, and Jason, he's been able to stay out of the courtroom for quite some time, as you mentioned earlier, but he will be there most likely today, or is expected to be. Why is that?
Well, you know, past hearings have been, change of venue type hearings, whether to move it from Collin County to Fort Worth to Houston, et cetera, maybe procedural hearings. Defendants don't always have to appear in those cases. This morning, though, as we mentioned, the judge is going to set guidelines by which the criminal trial will actually happen, maybe even set a trial date. Pretty important hearing this morning. That's why he'll be in court.
Okay, Jason, we know you'll be there, and we'll be making sure that we get updates from you throughout the day. We appreciate it. He'll be on our air today later as well, WFAA.com. We are always on, and through our app, we'll send out any push alerts to you on updates. Mark.